All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going way beyond your basic jab cross. We're breaking down the punches that really, truly define a fighter's arsenal.
So, you know your basics, right? You've got the jab, the cross, the hook down pat. But what's the real difference between a good fighter and a great one? It's all about the hidden tools, the punches that mix deception and pure power, the stuff they don't teach you on day one. Well, today, we're unlocking that hidden arsenal. Okay, so first step, the deceptive lead hand. Look, everything, and I mean everything, starts with that lead hand. It's your compass in the ring, right? It finds your range, it sets up bigger shots, and it's your first line of defense. But we can turn that simple jab into so much more.
Imagine this. You're up against someone with a guard that's just a brick wall. Your standard jab is bouncing right off. What do? Well, that's exactly what the screw jab was made for. This punch is all about infiltration.
The idea here is simple, but honestly, it's brilliant. As you throw the jab, you're going to twist that fist inward like you're turning a corkscrew. See how that makes a narrower profile? It's like the difference between trying to shove a door open with your shoulder and just using a key. That little twist is your key, designed to slice right through the gap in their guard. All right, moving on to part 2, the devastating rear hand. Yeah, now we're talking about the big guns. This is where that fight-ending power comes from, and we're going to look at some pretty unexpected ways to generate it. It's not just about twisting your body, it's about unleashing pure, raw momentum.
I mean, just look at that. Generate power that could knock out a horse. And believe me, that is not an exaggeration. The first punch we're breaking down here, the shuffle step cross, creates a ridiculous amount of force. How? By throwing your entire body weight forward into the shot.
So, think about your standard cross. All that power comes from rotating your hips and shoulders while your feet are pretty much planted, right? Well, the shuffle step cross is a whole different animal. It's way more like throwing a javelin. You're actually using a little run-up to launch your entire body into the punch. Getting this right is all about the sequence. First, you slide that back foot up. That's you loading the spring. Then you explode forward, stepping with your lead foot. That's the launch. And right as that lead foot hits the canvas, boom, you unleash the cross. All of that forward energy gets channeled straight into your target. Okay, next up is a true classic power punch, but one that's all about using a deceptive angle, the overhand right. See, this one isn't about brute forcing your way through the guard. It's about looping over it. It's an absolute nightmare for shorter fighters or guys who like to turtle up behind a high guard.
The secret here is all about two things: setting it upright and keeping yourself safe. First, you step your lead foot just slightly to the outside. That opens up the angle. Then, and this is key, you get your head off the center line as you throw. This does two things at once. It adds a ton of power, and it moves you out of the way of a counterpunch. It's offense and defense all rolled into one beautiful, devastating motion.
All right, so we've covered the straight shots. Now let's change things up. Let's talk about attacking from different angles. And for that, we need to talk about hooks. Think of these punches as problem solvers. They're built to punish opponents from the side and, maybe more importantly, to close the distance in the blink of an eye. You know one of the toughest puzzles in boxing? Just getting close enough to land a shot, especially if you're up against someone with a longer reach. Well, the gazelle punch, that's your answer.
This move is just pure, explosive athleticism. You start from a distance where your opponent feels totally safe. Then you dip down, loading all your weight on that front leg. From there, you just explode forward in this small leap. You cover a crazy amount of ground, way faster than they expect. Before they can even react, that powerful lead hook is already home.
So, if the gazelle punch is how you get into range, the dip punch is what you do to generate terrifying power once you're in the pocket. When you think of this punch, you got to think of the incredible knockout hooks of Mike Tyson. This was his bread and butter, his signature weapon.
Now, the real secret to this punch, it has almost nothing to do with your arm. The power comes from the ground, up through your legs. You start by slipping side to side, shifting your weight. Then you dip deep onto that lead leg, loading it up like a coiled spring. And that final hook, that's just you releasing all of that stored up energy. The result is just devastating.
Okay, let's get to our final section, the cunning inside game. This is the last piece of the puzzle. We're talking about fighting up close and personal, in the trenches. When you're in that tight, you don't have room for big, winding punches. Fights here are won and lost with clever, short, and deceptive shots. And that brings us to the bolo punch. Honestly, this thing is as much a magic trick as it is a punch. It's a total showman's move. The whole point is to get your opponent to watch this big, crazy, looping windup while you completely distract them from the real danger, the uppercut that's about to come straight up the pipe.
The entire move lives and dies on one thing: distraction. First, you use your lead hand to kind of blind them, to block their vision. Then you start that big, looping windup with your rear hand. You're selling them on the idea that a huge haymaker is coming. And while they're bracing for that, you whip a short, sharp uppercut right through the front door. It's just pure, beautiful deception.
So let's recap. We've got the screw jab, the shuffle step cross, the overhand right, the gazelle punch, the dip punch, and the bolo punch. That's your new arsenal. 6 advanced punches that are going to add totally new layers of strategy to your game. Each one of them is a specific tool for a specific problem you'll face in the ring. Look, your fundamentals are always going to be your foundation. But these punches, these are the weapons that build knockouts, the tools that win fights. They give you power, speed, and a whole lot of deception. So now they're in your arsenal. The only question is, which one are you going to master first?